Listen, it was good that the Mavs were able to get him down from 2-1s to 1-1. You negotiate it down a little bit. The Cowboys might want to learn a little bit about negotiations and contracts and such. But listen, just go all in. Give Wood the 4. Give Kyrie the 4.
Oh,
just go all in.
no.
Look, if you're gonna go down this road and get Kyrie Irving, who we all agree is an elite level talent and an elite level pain in the ass. If you're gonna do that.
This is not a formula that sounds very stable, Choppy. Why can't we just give him 2? Why do you have to go 4? What do you get out of 4 that you can't get out of 2?
Because you have Luka for 4.
Okay.
If you give him 2, let's say you give Kyrie 2.
Yes.
Kyrie could walk. Now, he could walk anyway. He could demand a trade tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Contracts mean nothing.
But at least there's no hard out. There's an end date on 2. On 4, the end date is him, not necessarily. You're putting an end date on it when you don't have to. Go 4. You have Luka for 4. You get Kyrie for 4. You have Wood for 4, and just go. You're gonna either flame out and lose Luka, or you're gonna go all in and maybe win and maybe not. But the only chance you have of winning is with the knuckleheads that you got to sign for 4.
I think I'm with Bobby. When this news came out from Shams yesterday, I'm like, is this really an extent? Well, something's fishy because they don't like Christian Wood.
They just put him on the bench last night.
Well, he came back off injury.
But who was in the lineup last night? You look at the lineup, it was absurd that he was coming off the bench.
No, some guys off of injury come off the bench.
Also, they like to keep guys in the same kind of rotation. Like, they kept Ginobili on the bench a lot of times, even when they had other guys that were out.
Well, Christian was starting before he got hurt. I just think they're easing him back into it. I could be wrong, probably not. But the bottom line is we know that they don't love him. No. So me and Bobby were like, why are they offering an extension? Someone was joking at Tolo, hey, you better sign this extension or we're trading your ass by the deadline in just a few hours.
Yeah, they offered him an extension. So what does that mean? Christian will give you 4 years for $4 million annually. It's probably some extension that nobody's going to sign that.
Well, Tim McMahon says that they wanted to give him 2. Christian is obviously more interested in 4.
That info?
Yeah, we asked McMahon to come on, and he's like, no, but you can listen to my podcast and reference that if you'd like. I hate that he's so good at his job because I know I would just hate him.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome. He's great at it.
I think he's really good. I think he's really good. But, oh, gosh. I know. Anyway, so Christian Wood gets offered the extension, according to Shams. What else could it be? Or do you just try to lock these guys up for 2 years or for 4 years?
I'm in
Think
favor.
of that plan, though. What are we going to do to keep Luka? We're going to trade for one of the most bat-esque crazy people in the history of sports, and we're going to give him 4 years. Then we're going to get a guy who has been on 7 teams in 7 years. We've seen him be not the best professional here. He plays 0 defense, and let's give him 4 years. That's our plan to keep the best player in the history of our franchise.
But you realize this is it's a no-lose situation by doing this. And the reason it's no-lose is because you were already losing.
Well, you can make I don't have confidence in it. You can make other moves in the NBA.
Yeah, you can.
They did get Dinwiddie and win that trade. They
did not win that trade. KP's been playing better than Dinwiddie has. KP's been, if you look at the numbers, he's been one of the 10 most efficient players in the NBA this year. He's been one of the best players actually in the league. The PER, points per 100, all that stuff. He's been tremendous.
What's he played, 12 games?
I have no idea.
I don't know. But no, here's the thing about the Christian Wood giving him 4 years versus 2 is this is a guy who is
he's clearly 45 games.
When they talk about trying to get the most out of him and getting him to buy in and stuff, maybe the avenue to do that, and I understand why they'd be hesitant to, but maybe the avenue to do that is we're going to show our faith in you and lock you in. We're going to give you security so you're here.
Yeah.
There's no more question. You're not playing year to year. You're not wondering if this is the team that you're going to get perched from. And look, if it doesn't work out, you can trade Christian Wood because the NBA has shown you, NBA teams have shown you over and over again for the last 7 years, they will take a gamble on his talent.
Yeah. That's
so
what,
somebody would trade for him.
That's where I disagree. Yeah, and you get nothing for it. The Rockets got nothing for it.
You get the cap off.
By locking yourself into the deal, yes, you have him for team control, but it's not like Brunson where you're like, all right, someone else would definitely want this. I don't think someone else is definitely wanting Christian Wood at this point in time. The league has spoken. The league has spoken.
He has. I mean, he has done some nice things this year.
Look, I'm not crapping on it personally. I think he's a phenomenal offensive talent mismatch. But we've heard over and over and over. Tim McMahon said it the other day. Why I paid $395? He said they still want to shop him, and they still would get rid of him if they could.
Yeah.
And he doesn't play defense and missed assignments and maybe not the ultimate professional. I think it's an unfair standard that we're putting on him all of a sudden. Oh, you're missing your defensive assignments in today's NBA. But that's the way they feel. That's the way, as Bassick says, that's all that matters.
Look, listen, I understand what you're saying. My entire thing is you're losing as it is. You've made the decision to go down the Kyrie avenue. You've already made that decision.
Yeah.
You might as well go all in with it. Ride it until you can't ride it anymore, and then figure out tomorrow.
But what harm is there in me getting him for 2 years? What's the harm?
The harm is that when 2 years is up and he's still here, and the rest of the league wants him, and he's like, I kind of want to go to L.A.
And what's the likelihood of his value being higher in 2 years and him being more attractive to others based upon his history?
His value's never shrunk. The guy continues to get...
It just shrunk. He got traded for Spencer Dinwiddie and Dorian Finney-Smith.
And another team offered Chris Paul for him, and they said no.
Yeah, and Chris Paul's rotting, about to be in the ground.
But they gave up. They still gave up quite a bit to get him. All right,
I'm not trying to argue with you. We know his value has declined.
Yeah, it's not the same value as like Anthony Davis in his prime when he got, you know what I mean? But it's still very high. He's Kyrie Irving. Like he's still going to get on the open market. He's still going to get the max.
Yeah,
so his value's still high. So sign him for the 4. Go all in. Go all in.